for online gaming, especially for MMOs or multiplayer games. Um, um, so, what is PR? PR stands for public relations, but in gaming it really has like a nickname, which we call it press relation, because it's actually speaking to the press most of the time. So our target as marketing managers or whoever is in charge of the marketing side for an indie studio or a small publisher or medium publisher or whatever, our target is always to try to be in the largest number of websites and get our press releases published. So in order to do this, we have to do several steps. First one is we have to build our own contact list. This may take long, and this is done just by going through all the websites related to video games. Yeah, you know, looking for them in Google, looking for terms like free to play, MMO, MMORPG, MMO game, whatever, and in your language and for your countries or your organization. And then, of course, we have to understand, we want to know when to send as many press releases as we can in all the different languages that we are covering. If this is really, really important, because if we have the possibility of translating the press releases to several languages, obviously the audience and the clipping, which is the number of sites that are publishing our press release, will be much higher. The best way doing this is usually by using a proxy. So we can actually get an IP address in our PC from the different countries where we want to look for the local gaming portals. So, for example, let's say we want to get email addresses from Germany. So we put a proxy server we get an IP from Berlin, and we search for the terms in German that are related to games, and then we look in the website for the email addresses. And after we have done this, then this has to be done in all the languages, and we have this list, right? Then one of the most important things to do is how to build the press release. For example, here we have this website. It's called gamepress.com, games with an S, press.com. This is a very popular website among journalists, and they use it a lot to get good information and good press releases. And here there are many examples of press releases. For example, we can get any of these for PC, for example, to Asimut. This is a typical press release where we get first the headline has to be really clear and go exactly and tell exactly what we want to communicate, right? And probably the process of building a good PR relation with the media starts from the game is in development. So first there is an announcement or that the studio is set up. Then there is this game on development, and the game is going to have this and this and these features. Then there has to be an update, continuous update, monthly, about how the development is going, maybe showing some of the first videos, first in-game footage, first screenshot, concept art, and then announcing dates. When is the alpha starting, when is the friends and family beta starting, when is the closed beta starting, and this goes on forever. So this is very important that these milestones are really set before. And then when we're building the the press release we have to make the life as easier as we can for the journalists. Because the journalists receive every day maybe tens or dozens or hundreds of press releases, and they don't have just the time to publish all of them, so they have to choose, and they're going to be choosing also always the ones that are easier to publish and also that are more relevant for their audience. So we have to be with the headline, we have to be the more relevant we can, and as well we have to make the life very easy. So we must send only the press releases in the languages that we need. The languages that the journalist is going to be publishing it. Of course, always a headline, then a small resume of the full press release, then the press release exactly saying who is publishing it, what is publishing it, what feature has the game, etc. So that has to be really, really clear. Always some words from the CEO or the producer or the CMO or whoever, and then always very important is what we call the boilerplate, which is a description of the company, a description of the game, and also it's really, really important to send what we call the press kit. The press kit is always some logos of the game, some logos of the studio, screenshot videos, YouTube videos. All of this is really important. They have to be always one click away. So the journalist only has to click and have it in their PCs right away. So they can, they just have to copy paste, and load a couple of files, and then it's published. So the easier the life of the journalist, the more clicking we'll get. And then of course we have to try always to send the press releases between Tuesday and Thursday. Fridays and Mondays are more complicated to get published because, especially when we are working for a small studio, a medium studio, Mondays and Fridays are the top days, and it's where most people want to be, and normally are the biggest of the big studios or publishers who get into the publishing, into the website. They get their news published. So my advice is always from Tuesday to Thursday, and always trying to send it as soon as possible in the morning, so it doesn't get too late. So the journalist maybe has already finished their work time, and the day after the news is already expired. So this is the most important tricks to get your press releases published. So remember, languages, localization, a good list of contacts, and of course you have the means. You can use the service of Game Press and some other websites like this, like paying a small fee per month. You can upload a few press releases and they send it to all of the affiliates. Games Press is not the only one, there are some others, and I also advise using this. And this is all for the PR marketing channel. Please follow the videos. There will be more videos about affiliation, about advertising, about performance marketing, and some other ways to get users. Good luck with your games. Bye bye.